Okay, so I figured out what the problem was. The latest problem, anyway. It was something really dumb. So, where did it even go? I think I just got rid of it. Where was it? No, it's not here. It was here. This right here. This did not have a toString. So this is an enum. It needs to be converted to a string before it's passed into SQL. Um, so yeah, that was really frustrating to figure out. Um, and I should have known that because I should have recognized that way faster. Because this one, it has that right here, run location to string, because this location is an enum. It kind of seems like, I don't know, maybe not the best implementation since there's only two options. I don't know. Maybe it could have been like, I don't know. Maybe that is the way to go about it. But either way, it needs a toString um, before it. This insert into, it's looking for a string. Whatever it passed in there, it passed in like, I don't know, like hex values or something. I don't know. It passed in some weird characters instead of regular string characters. So, um, yeah. List of, yeah. It probably would have done me better to like really take the time and understand what all these things are doing. Because I still don't understand exactly this params. It's a list of the values that these things return. So like in this case, this is a string already. This is an int already. It's looking for an int. I'm pretty sure if I recall. Um, but this is essentially looking for a string. And if I recall, with no more than 10 characters. So, because in SQL it's varchar, but varchar. Um, right. So, as you can see, the thing is running, and I did get the stuff loaded up in there. But I think what I want to do now is make it more realistic of, load in what I actually want to load in. And I was talking about this before. Essentially, where's the website? I don't think I have it open. I can do it this way. Yes. So this is like the sample as of now. Um, when somebody goes to the website, they are they're going to go straight to this page, and this page will have this first page will have the theme song right here, where it is, um, and it's going to have 5 image jokes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For now, I'm going to go with that pattern. Subject to change. Um, like in those positions. And then it's going to have the rest of the space is taken up by the most recent text joke. So like the most recent would be the first, and going down, descending order of, when it was submitted. Um, then when they go to the next page, I want it to actually load up page, slash page slash 2. So I gotta figure that out still, how that works. But when that happens, this song will be replaced with a text joke. Um, the next most recent one after this one. And then there'll be 5 more image jokes, and that will go on. The third page will be the same kind of deal. The next most recent text jokes, and then 5 more selected comic jokes. And that'll always be like that, as jokes get added in, the newest joke will be right here, and the rest will get pushed to the next pages, down into the next page. And then it would be cool to like automatically, like once a week, somehow, the image jokes, we're talking 3 pages times 5, 15 image jokes get swapped to a different set of 15. Maybe like I'll have 3 sets of those, so every week it's, switching between those 3. And I think, that's good enough for now. I can always make that more complicated later, or add more variety to it. But that's what I need to do. So that is my goal. So as of now, I'm able to, I have a thing that I have a database set up where it can hold, theoretically speaking, both text and image jokes. I probably should have it, this is what I'm having a hard time with, is if I should include the theme song inside of here. Or just have it like a static kind of deal. Assuming it's a static kind of deal, this almost sort of helped me a little bit. Why is that trying to get my attention? No, I don't want that. Okay, let me just close that. And I suppose I should open VS Code to see the code again. Yeah, so if I need this to be dynamic, this slot, if you will, then I need to use this container as the thing that gets updated. I'm thinking it kind of makes sense to have this be included in the database. I know it's called jokes, and it's not really a joke, but maybe I should have called it like content or something. I don't know, but maybe that's not so big of a deal. So I think I'll just turn this up a little bit. Okay. I think I need to put this in here. deal is, what is the deal? I mean, I have an image. This is just some text in here, essentially. This is just an image, that's the easiest one. But this one has the audio controls. And it has the audio file. I guess yeah, like I was saying before, I need to like get to the point where I'm diving into the JavaScript to kind of figure that out, but I feel like I'm gonna need that in there. Anyway, feels good to think it through again, somewhat. So, let me actually just pop this baby back to the way it was. This should really be an image though, huh? This needs to be an image. Crap, and I gotta go back and do this again. I need to be able to see my model. Bam. And what else do I need? I need some music. Sorry if it was a little too loud last time. Is this okay? Test. Test. Drop the volume down a little bit. Test. Okay. Maybe that's good. Alright, where's my image? Yeah. Okay. So 1, 3. Oh yeah, I had a list. I remember this now. There's my list. 1, 3, 5. 7. 11. And 15. Okay, and then I'm going to need to put a URL in there. So not a URL, but a path. And that's the annoying thing, isn't it? Copy as path. So, matter of fact, We want this one first. Copy as path. You know what? Maybe for now we'll skip that one. That was I'm referring to the theme song image. Let's pop that in there. Alright, we need to switch these guys. Super annoying. Okay. Now we'll repeat that one for this one. But then this one is going to get number 8. This one gets number 9. This one gets number 10. This one gets number 11. Yep. Okay. And these, I want them to say no. Also this. Control Alt Shift J. I want you to say no, 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 not like that, like that. Image. Oh, that didn't work out the way that I wanted it to, did it? UB null. Okay, again. Image, no. Text, no. Text, null. Text, null. Image, null. Text, null. Text, null. Text, null. Image. Null. Text, null. Image. Null. Text, null. Image. Null. Okay. Text, null. Image. Null. Okay. That's what I want that to be. However, this is the place where, not that one, this is the place where it needs to not cause a problem for me. So, we have our list. That is a list, right? Yeah. We have a list of jokes. that we got from the JSON. Now, some of those values are null. Some of those values are null for the fields. So this for each joke, how do we read this again? I forget how to read this kind of constructor or loop iterator. How do I read this iterator in plain English? For each joke, in the list of, wait, hold on. So we have a new joke of type joke. In each iteration of the loop. So for each joke, this is calling the jokes method in first jokes object. That's our first jokes object, which is jokes. Calling the jokes method, which returns a list of joke objects. So we're iterating over the list of jokes here. And for each joke, we're gonna check if the joke type in that joke is a text joke, if it's set to text. And if the image path is null. So those are the two conditions that would happen if it's a text joke. It's going to be set to text, and the image path will be null. So we got a text joke. So if it's a text joke, like the second one is, we're going to call the create method in joke repository. Which injects some SQL through the client, the JDBC clients, which is connected to my SQL database. And it's doing an insert into all these deals. Now here is where we have an issue normally. So what this does is it says no. Huh. Now before, what did it do? It did this. doesn't say null, it just says image path. In which case, it's looking for a string. That might be, it kind of makes sense. It just sends a null value rather than looking for the string. It's not looking for a string because there won't be one there. That'll be null. It just says null here. In the, what do we call this? Do we call this? I don't think we would call it a constructor. Well, the new joke would be a constructor, yeah. It's creating new joke. Brand new one. What does it do here again? It just takes a joke in. It doesn't make a new joke. It takes a joke in. It can take a joke. But can it take a null? Why don't you take that? Alright, well, let's see if it works. Now, the opposite is if the type is image and the text is null, then we're gonna create a joke with null here. But we'll have the path. Okay. And we might need to add something, if this works, of course, we might need to add something in there for the third type, which would be possibly, if we need that, song, which we may or may not include the audio. Gotta figure that out later. Okay. Now, if it's neither of those things, which would be not intended, just create a joke. Alright, so in order for this to work in the first place, this only happens when the joke repository is empty. So for example, if I stop this and run it, it'll load up, should. Yeah, it loaded up, but it's not using this JSON data loader because the table is good. So we want to truncate the table. What? Why? 0 rows affected? Why is it 0 rows affected? Interesting. Well, it worked. So now, when I stop this, reload it, it should try to do what I asked it to do. It did try. What's the problem now? require non-null. Did I forget something? No. Objects require non-null. Immutable. Alright. Alright, ask ChatGPT. I updated the data loader as you suggested, but I am still getting a null pointer exception. I'm going to copy this in here. List of create. Passing a null value to list of, which does not allow null values. Yep. Okay. List of does not accept null values. Check for null before calling list of. Handle nulls in the joke record. Well, what would be the safe default? So I just have to use... I just can't do that. It just needs to be blank. Empty string. Okay. So let's go back and change this back. None. Just not do that. Control Alt Shift J. All right. Oh, nothing is null. It just doesn't like that. SQL doesn't mind, but list of does not like that. So perhaps I could not use list of and do it a different way, but I don't really feel like that. I'm just going to use the empty string. At the moment, I don't see a problem with that, but I guess that's not like the best of most efficient use of memory. And might make things a little slower, according to ChatGPT anyway. Alright, let's see if it works now. I may have done everything right. Okay. It's easier to look at this here, even though I don't know how to make this not be so bright. Well, that's certainly better, but certainly better. Like, I'm gonna have to like switch to that DeBeaver one. I bet DeBeaver has like dark theme. Anyway, I don't look at this for too long, thankfully. Bam. Image, image, image. Okay. Looks alright to me. Man, the difference. It's night and day. Okay. So now what? We got that in there. We need to finish the repository, don't we? And the controller that we don't even have. Alright, pause for a minute. Alright. Repository. really don't understand why it looks so dark sometimes. Why do you look so dark? Maybe my eyes are just getting tired. I don't know. Anyway. Find all. So this one, we have find all, which, do we need that? We don't need that, do we? Find by ID. Update. So we do need to be able to get. Do we need to be able to update? Yes, right? Create, read, update, delete. This is create. No, just call it read. Let me look at the controller. We don't want to get all of them, right? I don't think we want to get all of them. We need to be able to get 15 of them. Do we necessarily need like a date created? I mean, we have an ID. The newest one will always be the latest number. We could do like a created on. That way we could say somewhere in the JavaScript, I suppose, like, to order them by, but we already have an ID. We can order them by ID, right? ID should be fine. Okay, so I don't think we need to get all of them, right? I don't think we ever want to get all of them. Might want to get 15. We want to get them by type. Maybe that's the thing, to get them by the type, not by ID. And then we order them by the ID. Could sort them before we display them with the highest ID at the top or the first position. Right? Let me shoot this over here. Create. Do you want to call it find? When we're finding one, we have a run that we call find by ID. Run find by ID. I forgot what the optional was for. May or may not contain null. So like if you don't find it, guess we can call it find. I don't know why it's not called read. Our read CRUD methods in a repository usually called find instead of read. Why is find used instead of read? Semantic clarity. Clarity of intent. Active process. Okay. So, we don't want find all. I don't think we need find all ever. Public joke. Oops. This is confusing me. It should be a list, right? I need to think about this again. Okay. So, in the first case, we're forgetting about this for right now. And my eye's itching. I need to find... In this case, it would just be all. There's only 15, but let's say there's more than 15. I need to find the first 15. I need to know how to do SQL. That's what I need to know. How can I select the first X number of rows in a table with a SQL command? Limit X. That would be fine. Okay. What if I want to get the how many is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 newest entries. I am using MySQL, and I will use the auto incremented ID to determine that the highest IDs are the newest entries. Select all. Order by ID descending. Limit 9. SQL's pretty straightforward, huh? But I could see how that could really slow things down if it's a really large database. Okay. So, nine newest. Okay, now I actually need another question now. what if I want after to find the next group of 9 after that first 9 newest. Offset. Okay. Page number -1 times 9. Oh, page 1 -1 would be 0. 0 times 9 is 0, so no offset. And page 1, or page 2 would be 9. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You just need to have a page number variable, which you would anyway, somewhere. I need a way to get that from the front end. Okay. I feel like I'm getting somewhere, slowly. Okay. So this is going to be a list. It shouldn't be optional, should it? Because there's always going to be at least 9. I might need to optional. Just don't know that I need optional there. I would assume that I'm not going to create a condition where I'm trying to find the next 9, but they aren't there. There could be like less than 9, right? Could be only 1 on the last page, but maybe like what do we do in that case? I don't know. We need to get them like 1 at a time, because you don't know how many there are. Let's first try to do the 9, because that's how many we need, right? So find by type. Let's go ahead and do the optional, I guess. Why not? Optional joke. Find by type. And this is going to be a joke type called joke type. Should be the thing. Return JDB C clients dot SQL to see everything over on the screen. Okay. We want we don't have a page number yet. How would we get the page number? How would I determine the page number? The user is on in the front end, and get that in scope of the find method in the repository. So when I try to fetch, if I'm using JavaScript, await fetch, page, use effect, fetch strokes. Modify your repository to accept a page number and calculate limit and offset. Find jokes by page. So it takes in a page number. I would need expose a pagination API in the controller. So the get mapping, get jokes, because I should be showing this here. Good Lord, it's so skinny. Request parameter default value 1 in page. Front end sends a request like jokes page 1. Controller extracts a page from query parameters. Default is 1. Request parameters. API jokes. So it's the question mark, page equals 1. So there it is right there. Repository calculates the offset, retrieves the jokes. Okay. So I think I get it. pagination. So I'm not doing the front end yet. Alright, so find by type. Do we want find by type? Maybe we should call this how do I do it? This seems like a good plan, but I think I need to find by type, specifically the 9 newest find by type the 9 newest text jokes. In addition to using the page number sent in the request. Okay, this is where we use where. Okay. So instead of an optional descending limit question mark, what does the limit question mark do? Wait a minute. Let's bring this over here so I'm not just mumbling off of the screen. Alright, this one, find by page and type. Now first of all, it's a list, it's not an optional. It's a list, that makes sense. Okay. Just like find all was a list. Alright, we're gonna ask for the page number. We're gonna accept the page number and the joke type from the controller that accepts it. The controller which has request parameters. Now we're gonna say int offset is gonna be this page size. Why page size? Okay. Number of jokes. Okay. So page number times the number of jokes we're looking for. Now return where the joke type is this. We're getting all of them. Why is there a question mark? Joke type. Oh, okay, okay. So we can put any joke type we want. Okay, that's good. I don't have to make a separate one for the other type. Offset question mark just means use the thing. So params, joke type, page offset. Okay. This looks good. Update the controller to handle type and page. So, alright, well, we already saw that. I guess we need a default value, I suppose. String type. Should be okay. I hope. Because when it gets here, it needs to be a type. But actually this should be toString, right? Pretty sure. I think they messed that up. Yeah. Joke.joke type. This isn't exactly right. This part here is not exactly right. I don't think. Yeah. But the idea is solid, I think. Okay. So for example, I might say fetch jokes. This is just console logging the JSON in this case. So most simple approach. Great. Now, will this display a new page? Or what? Actually, I don't want to ask that yet, do I? I guess I do want to ask this now. That's great for getting the jokes to the front end, I think. But what makes the front end load a new URL when someone clicks the next page button and the URL changes to /page/2, for example? What? No. don't want that. I don't think this is what I want. I don't think I want to do it that way. I want traditional pagination, but I thought maybe it was you telling me that the Spring Boot backend would be handling that rather than React front end. I would like the front end to just use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and the backend to just use Java Spring Boot. Limit and offset. Find jokes by type with pagination. So, page size. Type page size. How is that different than this one? I really need to put this on the vertical screen. I hate how hard it is to read. Was it 3 things? No, so page and type, yeah, it was just page number and joke type up there. But now, instead, good lord, that bright screen. I wonder. Guess that's not too bad, huh? Hey, now you can kind of see what's happening over there. You can't see everything I'm seeing, though. I wonder how I can, like, resize that. I don't know what SDR is. Display capture 2. There's got to be some more settings for this thing, huh? It's a vertical screen. how can I like make it how can I make it fit? You want some of that? I don't know if anybody's gonna be a fan of that. Can I like turn it sideways? I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, I can do this. I don't think you're gonna like that too much, will you? How about this way? Damn. Yeah, maybe we can just do something like that. You don't really need to see everything, right? We'll just test that out and see what it's like. Should be like enough, right? Yeah, it looks like I'm looking at it now. Yeah, you don't even need all that. Okay. And then I can turn it off. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how my memory is doing. Memory and CPU is not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. So, back to the thing. Man. About to call it a night here. Alright, can you see this? I think so. I think I mostly look at the center of the screen too, so probably I can make this even bigger. Oops. Just have you look at like the middle of it. Where's the middle? That's the middle. Okay. So the repository says find jokes by type with pagination. So we have the type. Page and page size. And again, what was the one before? Page size. Oh, this is page number. I'm a little confused. Page. Page number. This one. Page size. I'm a little confused. Let's read it. taking in the type, page, and page size from the from the controller. Let's actually go here first. Fetch jokes. Dang. Okay. Fetch jokes. Wow, look at that. So we got type equals page size equals. So I could say, make a request for here, image jokes, what page I'm on, page 2, and I want 5 of them. Now in this case, we're getting the 5 most recent, which I suppose could be cool. When it comes to images, though, we want to say, we're gonna need something to be like, if it's like every third week of the year, or I think of like a clever way to look at like local date and time and say like what week of the year it is. So we need a way to like divvy that up into thirds, and then depending on like which one of those it falls into, it's going to select a certain set of images, and maybe I'll like just have all the images they could even be like first. It would be good if they were in like, you know, at least groups of 5. That might be good. Yeah. Could do that. Okay. So I'm going to request a specific type for a specific page and how many I want. And it's gonna data jokes map, total pages, jokes list, inner HTML, data.jokes map. So JSON. Current page. Okay. Where's the part that... I mean, this is one HTML file, right? Jokes. We got a joke type. know about option, or I don't remember learning about option, but it's a select. Oh, it's like the user's choosing what they want. I don't, yeah, that's not what we're doing here, but it's pretty cool. Button, jokes list. So yeah, they could say, oh, I want text jokes or I want image jokes, and then it's gonna spit them out. It's pretty cool. I got the script. Good thing. I don't even see any style. I guess totally unnecessary at this point. Get element. Previous page, next page, joke type. Total pages, current page. Where is that displayed at? Current page, total pages, page size, page size, fetch, page size. Page size is basically static, the way this is set up. Okay. Next page does a plus plus, does a minus minus. Current page. Where does current page go? Goes here. Fetch jokes, fetch jokes, fetch jokes. When I fetch jokes, I use current page. Okay. Now, fetch jokes. Goes to here. Yeah. Get. There should be something that says get here, does it not? It doesn't say get. But it's got the parameters. Get jokes. String and object. Get mapping. I assume fetch. How did we do that before? Because this is just a request. What tells it to go to the get? Is it the parameters? Ajax request. Yeah, it looks like this is Ajax style, is it not? String type, int, page size. Find by type with pagination. Something looks weird here. It needs to be... Oh, that's fine. It's just this one needs to be 2-string. At some point, I guess up there. So this is close to what I want, but not exactly, because it's... Isn't this more of an... Oh, you can't see that. Oh, whatever. Ajax style pagination. How would I set this up with traditional pagination in the back end? Time leaf. Man, you gotta learn another thing. Just learn another thing. The backend will handle pagination logic. Front end will contain links to different pages. Okay. So let me see how to do it. How would I do it? MVC controller. Model. I remember seeing that. Model. We're looking for a model. Get mapping / jokes. So you know this controller get mapping / jokes. Current page. Total pages type. Time leaf HTML template. Oh, okay. This makes sense though. Is it really that hard? It's pretty short. Where's the style? Time leaf template. The user visits jokes page 1. Jokes listed on the page. Pagination links that update the URL. Okay, but like, so it's XMLNSTH. Time leaf. I was looking at this before, I guess. If current page, / jokes. span. Okay. So maybe it seems like it's easier to just do it Ajax style. So this template, yeah, like I feel like I need to take a course about Timeleaf to know like how to, maybe I need more than one template, like one template for page 1, and then another for pages 2 and 3, and then another one for all the rest of the pages. I feel like it'll be some figuring out and work, but really I want to do this one, or this idea of one. So my request, again, it's gonna say we have separate requests. But first I'll say get me the theme song, and then let me actually hide this. First get me the theme song. Right. That's the most complicated part. But it'd be like, first get me because how do I have it? Do I gotta do them in order? Like, I suppose the JavaScript can handle getting them in any order, but then they need to be, the inner HTML needs to be modified in the order that I want it to be in. So I get the jokes. When we get the jokes over here, we got, let me see here. Where is it? When we get the jokes over here, it's like it goes into a JSON. I get a JSON. Which could just be the path to the file that I need anyway. Data. Data.jokes. It's a little confusing, those arrow functions. Like, how does data have jokes in it? join. But it looks like, at any rate, I don't have to set the inner HTML right away, right? I could like call fetch jokes. Yeah, I just get what I need. Right? And then set it. Alright, I'm too tired to do this. But I think I got an idea of where to start on this tomorrow. So yeah, let's just look at this one real quick. Yeah, that's not it. Okay. So this is probably where I'll start tomorrow. Right here in the repository. And with this. This kind of deal here, but of course not exactly the same kind of logic. This one, we'll find it by type. So I might first call it to get the images, and then call it to get the text. So I should be able to kind of sort of get it working, at least, you know, not exactly the way I want it to, but get it working, including the front end JavaScript. That way I can like learn how to mess around with the JavaScript and then figure out how to dial it in so like I get the theme song only on the first page and the image jokes and text jokes separately. And then figuring out how to like update those automatically, or to only get certain ones on certain dates. So that'd be a pretty cool thing that I've never heard of anybody doing before. That'd be cool. I'm sure people have done it. But anyway, time to get some rest. So, peace.